Hello everyone. So in this video, let us continue working with behaviors. Now, today let us do again very simple. We'll make it look simple, but what we'll do today is something that almost every Jira instance or every user will probably ask for. You will find this in every Jira instance. Now, the thing is that when you ask people to fill up a form, that form could be big, right? And you will have a lot of fields. Now, usually you want to ensure that certain fields are filled in. And when people fill in those fields, you may want to make your form dynamic. So let us say if a field value is something, based on that particular field value, you want to add some dynamic behavior to rest of the fields. So maybe you want to display 2 more fields, and maybe you want to make those new popped up fields mandatory, right? So this is something that is very easy to do, and you should know how to do it. If you are doing something with the Scriptrunner, then you will be doing these things quite a lot. So basically, the requirement is that whenever you're trying to create a new issue, you may want to ensure that there's a field. Let us say there is a field called a single select list field. I'm using a very boring name, but you can be creative, right? So let us say if the priority is highest, or if let us say that there is any drop down field, if the value is something, that based on this value you want to pop up or display dynamically a field called text field multiline, right? So don't worry about the names of the fields, but we want to pop up this field and also make it mandatory. So basically we'll be making the form a bit dynamic. It's a very simple thing to do. And for doing this, we need to, of course, add a new behavior. So we will go to our behaviors, and we will ensure that this behavior is only working, or it should only, the scope of the behavior should be that particular project. And also possibly, usually in most cases, you want to also limit it to a particular issue type. So basically, the behavior is dynamically show a text area text field multi-line, right? So create a mapping, select the project, which is SSP, simple Scrum project. Issue type, let us say we want to only do it for story, right? So add a mapping, create. Now, just like always, we can always, just write the script in the text area, or we can simply use the inline editor. Basically, it is up to you how you want to do it. I prefer using the editor, like the the IntelliJ. And what I will do is I will simply add a new initialize the script. So let us do that and select here the file option, and the file is behavior. I know the file name, behavior dynamically show field based on single select list. My file name is really weird. So let us do something with the file, and what I will do is I will simply start. Let me show you my file. Oh, come on. Give me a second. Just trying to bring my IntelliJ to this window. Okay, so this is my IntelliJ, and what we want to do here is, of course, we want to first fetch the field name. So basically the first field is a single select list field. So let us copy both the field names and we'll use it in the script. So this is my first field. I'll use it somewhere, and the second field is text field multiline, right? So the first field is a single select list field. Just use any variable name, but whenever you're writing code, try to use variables that are descriptive. So you don't have to worry about remembering later on. Not always, but in most cases. So we have to first fetch the field, which is get field by name, and then we'll use this as a parameter. So basically And by the way, this will not be in the initializer. It will be like in the actual field. Let me show you. So we don't need to escape the codes. Okay, so this is a field, and the next thing that we want to do the same thing for the other field. So basically we'll have two variables to work on. So text field multi-line and get field by name, and we'll use this here. So we have two fields, right? And now what we want to do, we want to first make this field, let us do it step by step, let us not like rush. So the first thing is that we want to make single select list field as mandatory. Set required as true. So this is a script which I have written. I mean, not complete script, but we will do it for the actual field because that is where we want to add the behavior. So the field is single select list field, and click on the add, and then for this particular field, you want to now add a script, a server-side script. So refer to the file, which is behavior _ dynamically show field based on single select list. That is my file name. Let us save it and let us go back to the issue. Now we can see that we definitely have this field which is like mandatory, so you can't really proceed. You can actually do a few more things here, like maybe you want to add something like single select list field dot set error, and please select a valid, please select something. I'm trying to figure out a name. Please select this field, right? So we can also add like some message. So instead of saying, please enter, instead of like that generic error, not name, you can have, okay, so this is something that you want to do. Not at this stage, but maybe you want to do it at this stage. Maybe you can also add a description. So this is something that you want to set maybe when something is not correct. So just wanted to share that you can also set an error, but probably you want to add something like set description. So let us do that, create, and now you can see that please select this field, right? So we have this, we can also add this nice message. So this is good, but we also want to hide the text field multi-lines, right? So this is something that you can do, right? So let us say you want to hide text field multi-line dot set hidden is equal to true. So by default it will be hidden, and if you now go back and if you now try to create the issue, you will find that okay, so the field is gone. So this is fine, but we basically want that whenever you select yes here, then, or maybe when you select yes and no, let us focus on yes in this case. So let us say if it is yes, then it will be, we want to show the field. So let us do that, and for doing this we will do something like let me come back to the top and I'll show you why. So single select list field dot value equal to yes, and you can say something like if then you want to basically do something here, right? So let us say we want to do something like I'll copy these things, these two lines. So basically whenever the field is yes, we want to, I'll probably move this mandatory condition on top. We basically want to do two things. We want to show the field, and we also want to make it mandatory. So basically what I'll do, I'll basically say set hidden is equal to false, right? And at the same time, I will say that text field multiline dot set required is equal to true. Now, of course, when the field value is yes, then of course you want to do these things. But if it is not yes, then you can just move to the else part and do the reverse, like true. Basically, we want to hide it, and we also want to not make it mandatory. And so I forgot to basically get rid of these statements from the bottom. So let us now look at the script now. So create, and if it is yes, then the field is there. And if you click on the button, at this stage you may want to set the error, right? Or you may want to clear the error. So now if you try to create a new issue, a new story, if it is yes, create, and now it works. Now we can also do something like this. Let us say you want to check the value, which is either yes or it is maybe. So we also have here something called as maybe, right? So let us do that, maybe. And by the way, whenever you're dealing with custom fields, you need to know what those fields are returning. So if you now take a look, let us take a look at the script and create. If it is yes, it works. If it is no, it doesn't work. If it is maybe, then it works, right? So this is something that you can do easily using Scriptrunner. And of course, when you're doing these things in Jira, try to test it properly, because usually when you add behavior, sometimes people do these things, like they add a behavior and they think it works for that particular use case. Usually you should also try for negative values, or what will happen when you select something else. So of course for yes it worked, but is it not working, the things that we want to do, like showing up the field, or and also making sure it is not mandatory. If you basically select on no, then are you able to create the issue? So do these simple checks, and usually when you are comfortable with Scriptrunner, when you have done these things a few times, you will be you will not forget to do these things. So yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about and show you in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and you learned something new. Thank you very much.